like a lover.
10:35 on this Monday, the third day of April in the heart of the Riverbend. Tenderloin Farms, Kim Stahlhut Hansen with us now. Did I say that right?
You said that correct. Better than my teachers ever did to me and my sister is Chris Straub, so better than our teachers ever did.
I am winning today. Well, we have a text line that lets me know every time I get something a little wrong, which I am thankful for. You need to hold me accountable.
All right.
But I won. Passed.
Yeah,
We're done here.
Very good.
Yeah, we're
done. We're out of here.
Well, this is so cool. I was going online and I scour the internet and I go through and find unique and really cool things in our community. And a lavender farm, by the way, I love lavender. I cannot grow lavender to save my life.
It can be tricky.
So take us through this. Now, when did Tenderloin Farms, when was that created? When was that launched?
Well, a little bit of our history, and my sister and I, primarily Chris, has been doing a little bit more genealogy research this January. Mm-hmm. So basically, our family since 1853 hitting the United States. Wow. So that's when we came here, and we started farming in 1853. My great-great-grandfather, Conrad. Wow. So during the duration, we have done potatoes, eggs, cheese. We went into hay. Every generation seems to add something. Dairy. My father, my sister and I, our father, added hogs in the late 60s, early 70s because his thing is, I never get to see my daughters. They're always in bed. So we added hogs, and in 2016, my sister and I took over the farm after our parents died, mm-hmm. and now it's our turn for a new spin. So we did some research. It can be done. It takes a lot of research, and in 2016, we added the lavender to the farm on the non-tillable, and we're up to 1,000 bushes, and that's where we're going to stay.
Is that...
That is okay for Chris and I to manhandle.
Yeah. Well,
so, yep.
That's a lot of maintenance work.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So now, do you guys still do the other assets or aspects of the farm as well?
Yes, we do. We don't have any hogs anymore. We
Okay.
still have 300 acres of corn and soybeans.
Wow.
So that is still being grown. And we have wonderful suppliers that we work with, that have worked with our family all this time, and our parents died. They just stepped right in and picked up the new generation and treat us like we've been doing it forever. So they've been wonderful, I'll say, advisors, and we just keep working with that. And then, like I said, we just added the spin of the lavender.
That is really cool to hear that, you had folks stepping up and really getting behind you guys, and how awesome. Now, I got to ask you, was this always in your vision plan that you were going to be taking this over eventually?
I think we both knew eventually we would. We didn't know it was going to be that soon. And Chris and I really like to stay active, so we're not, no offense to anybody that loves TV, can't do it.
Yeah.
Can't do it. And as we were kind of getting close to the end of our IT careers, kind of, sort of, want to stay busy, and growing things always appealed to us, and we did some research, and there are 450 varieties of lavender.
What, really?
Yes. And the kind of, I don't want to say the trick is, but hey, a palm tree doesn't grow here, right?
Right.
But maple trees do, and almond trees, which I never really knew until I did lavender. And so we've got about 19 varieties on the farm that seem to be doing well. And we try new ones every year. We brought in one from California called Seal because they said she grew 6 foot tall. Seal didn't like the first winter at all, and she decided to just die.
Oh, no.
Or go back to California.
Yeah, there you go.
So we just have some varieties of English and French lavender that seem to take our winters and the soil types and the humidity. Remember, we like our little humidity in this area.
That's for sure.
So, yeah.
Wow. And now take us through this. So how does that process start? I mean, what part in the season are you guys getting the ground ready again for that upcoming season?
So we just actually started this weekend.
Really?
We, in November, this is when we bring in all our children. There's not that many of them, mm-hmm. and the son-in-laws. poor children. And in November, we put up this wind fence, we call it, around the lavender. We find it works well for us. There is a supply store in Edwardsville. They get rid of their old pallets. So in, 2020, over several weeks. We collected about 300 of those pallets, and we just put it's a cold wind barrier, and we just put it around all the patches. And we tried to cover it one year, and with our crazy temperature changes of 28 degrees maybe one day and 70 like today.
Right.
I think we lost half of it when we covered it because it kind of fried.
At
least that was our guess.
Yeah.
So we actually started this weekend, and we took down all the wind fence. So now the lavender is just out in her full, and she's dormant. And yes, I call them she, everybody. I'm so sorry.
Well, no, it's good.
Yeah, they're our girls, I guess.
Yeah.
But we took down the wind fence this weekend, and now they're pretty much opened up to nature, and you can see just little glimpses of it starting to green up. And by the end of May, she should be in full bloom in this area. So, there's Illinois lavender is rare.
Okay.
It blooms in this area end of May through the end of June. So that's why we're going to open up again to the public on June 2nd, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Every Friday, Saturday, Sunday in June, they can come pick their own lavender. We have several acres of wildflowers. We propagate our own lavender, so we actually have about 1,000 plants in my basement on grow pads right now. We're going to move them out this week to the greenhouse. That a thing to Alton is we have some stained glass windows from a house going down in Alton in the greenhouse, and some old windows from St. Louis in this greenhouse.
Wow.
And then on the property that we did the lavender, we have a turn-of-the-century dairy barn. Our grandpa didn't have the dairy there, but the prior owners did. And we've gutted her and retrofitted her to our shop. So that's where we have our shop, and we make everything in there pretty much we make ourselves. And so starting then, they can come out and pick lavender.
Yeah.
We're not Provence, France, but they can't do corn like we do. So, but it is an interesting experience to come pick your own lavender. We've even had some people get quite emotional doing it because they just thought it was very unique. And they said, I'm never going to France. So at least they enjoyed it so much that we've had a couple of them come back every weekend, and they just sit out there and pick lavender.
Well, and that's what I'm kind of thinking. It's just because nothing. And I going to friends and seeing some of those lavender fields. You're right. I mean those are beautiful. But to have that little taste of that here, right in our own backyards, for a local farm as well with a local family, I mean, you can't ask for anything better.
It is a little unique.
Yeah.
It is a little unique, yes.
And so how does this work? So if I stop in on June 2nd, June 3rd, June 4th, and I go, all right, I'm ready to pick this lavender, what's that kind of look like?
So we kind of, my sister and I, we do personal tours. So we tell people, pretty please come out about the top of the hour. And we've led groups out of 50 before, 50 people. And we supplied the scissors, little kid scissors, because just like anything else, a plant has its own germs, I'll call them.
Yeah.
So what you might cut with in your garden is different than what we have in our garden. So we provide little kid scissors. My insurance agent would love us for that. That has been a process. That has been a process as well. And we take them out. We tell them a little bit about farming as well. Because our corn and soybeans are right in front of us, and people go, is that lavender? No, that's corn. And we talk about that when we harvest in October, our corn gets hauled down to the riverfront. And we store it, we dry it. So we give a little thing about farming. We're not the experts, but we talk about some people I don't think have ever experienced a farm.
Yeah.
So we talk about, we've got an old granary there, how they used to dry corn, and we walk them out to the lavender. We answer a lot of questions, how to grow it. We cook with it, and we have different recipes because lavender is an herb. Wow. So we'll do lavender pork roast, lavender chicken. Chris at this time has been messing with, we're going to do lavender gooey butter cake.
Ooh.
She makes lavender white chocolate popcorn to die for. And
what does it taste like? I've never had lavender.
I don't know how you can describe lavender. It's just it's just a little subtle flavor. I don't know how to describe it. I thought people would, what's lavender taste like?
Yeah.
I guess if you smell the lavender come out of a diffuser, you just taste a little bit of that aroma in the lavender.
That is so cool.
So we'll walk them out, show them how to cut the lavender, because the lavender has attitude if you cut them too low. You got to cut it in a certain area. If you cut it too low, the plant dies.
Okay.
We encourage them to walk the farm. We've got it all cut for walking paths that they can see all the bushes. Our U-pick, where we allow them to pick, is 380 bushes. There's another about 700 bushes on the farm. We have a whole bunch of wildflowers out there growing. They'll come back. They can go take pictures a lot of different places. They come back in the barn and shop if they want. And most people, we had people come out. I say, bring a picnic basket. So we've had several people come out, bring a picnic basket. We had a couple families come out and do a family reunion. We've had, last year, we had buses come. Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah.
More rock in the driveway. And let's see, we even had, it was very unique, I'll say, a class of 5 girls that probably were in their late 20s by now, get together every year. This was their destination, was St. Louis 2 years ago, and 2 of them flew out for California. And one of their stops was our silly little family lavender farm.
That is so
So
cool.
I'm like, where are you guys from? Oh, yeah, I'm from California. This is our girls' weekend, and we thought this would be cool. So
now, what's the best way to reach out if we have some folks watching that go, that would be perfect for what we need?
it's a great question. So our we have a couple of websites, and we do maintain a website. Our Instagram is at Tenderloin Farms, because originally, like, so we were a hog farm, so we kept that as our legacy.
Yeah.
And so at Tenderloin Farms on Instagram and Facebook. We have a desktop website, www.tenderloinfarms.com.
I'm on that now.
So we show you history, we talk about things, we'll post our recipes. We did go to Europe 1 year, Provence.
Yeah.
And then our shopping site is TFILavender.com, TFI, Tenderloin Farms, Inc. Lavender.com, where you can see our times. You can make reservations if you want.
Gotcha.
We appreciate them because if it rains, we can contact you. But you can say, hey, Kim and Chris, we're going to come on that Saturday. We talk about showing up at the top of the hour. And like I said, we like to give tours so people understand. Because you can grow lavender in Illinois, despite every horticulturist that continues to tell us we can't do it. So far, knock on wood, we must. You're probably not old enough, CJ, to remember Dallas. When Bobby wakes up from a dream, he really didn't die or whatever. But yeah, you can grow. It's not a dream. It's challenging.
Yes. Is it the clay we have in our soil?
So luckily for us, our farm is very rich.
Good.
Crop ground. So we don't have a lot of clay. And for us, what worked, and there's different ways to do it, we berm it so they're all on a ridge. We actually used a horseradish mounder from one of those big horseradish farms.
Oh, wow.
Because Madison County is just the home of horseradish.
Yep.
So again, we're related to that family, and we have their horseradish mounder. So we put in berms, and we put in the lavender, and like I said, we're not Provence. We plant them about 3 foot apart for the humidity to not settle in the plant. And we use the thick DeWitt mat. Tried the rock just for us too many weeds. We don't spray. We hand do everything. Well, we cut grass with a commercial lawnmower.
Right.
But we hand weed the lavender. We hand weed the patches. So there's matting there, and the lavender plants are there. And we're cutting grass all the time, keeping the weeds down. We let them bloom for 17 days. We trim them back. English lavender will bloom again in 4 weeks. French lavender is cut once about mid to end of June, and it's one hit wonder. It's quite wonderful. They're about 3 foot tall, but they'll come back again next year.
Now, that is so cool. Let me ask you this, just because I need this for me. I have killed every lavender plant I have ever tried.
Too much water.
Off the bat, that's exactly.
My guess, it's too much water.
Really? Now, when do you advise us, because I'm not a plant expert. I had grown one nice sunflower, and the darn rainstorm blew it over. It was 9 feet tall, but that's the epitome of
that's your
claim to fame right there. That's it.
Yep.
But with lavender, when do I pick it up? When's the best time to get it in the ground?
We like our ways are not the only ways.
Right.
But we like to plant it near the end of May, and you can plant it in June. We tell you if you can raise it up and burn it, great.
Yep.
I've actually created a couple rock beds at the farm that honestly, they're just bricks. And they are, 24 inches tall, and we filled with our soil, and we'll add some pea gravel in it, and maybe a little sand and a little potting to make it so it's not so compact.
Wow.
Like I said, keeping it up so when it rains, it goes on top of the plant and washes off, works well. We don't like to mulch it. We think the mulch keeps too much water in it.
I think so too.
And then, but that's here. Somebody else, somewhere else, it might work wonderful.
Right.
We don't irrigate because we do not, our rains seem to water well. But for like us, if it hasn't rained in about 2 weeks, we might go out there. And if you're seeing, you can see me, there's a reason why I actually got a coffee cup. Is if we go out and water, this is what a mature plant's going to get. That much water.
Wow.
About every 2 weeks or so. Give her a little bit. She's Mediterranean. Again, sorry.
No, you're right.
It's Mediterranean, so
Yeah.
it wants to be dry. And when they're minions, little ones, we'll kind of water them a little bit more, but actually we'll do our crazy thing and stick our finger in the soil. And if it's wet, walk away.
That's what I keep doing.
Walk
Ron.
away. And then they like to be trimmed. So when they bloom, let them bloom 3 weeks and trim them down. Probably halfway. And if it's English, she's going to bloom again in 4 weeks.
Wow.
And then the last time we trim them is in September. We'll cut them back about 2/3, and we'll kind of wind protect them. We tell people if they're growing around the houses, you got some patio chairs, something, put something up, let them have the sunshine, let them have the rain. But if you can stop the crazy west wind, it seems to work a little bit better. So,
I have come to realize I have waterboarded. Yeah, waterboarded 5 of my lavender plants. Huh?
Yeah, they just they like that little drink, but
Yeah.
not a lot.
Not a lot.
Not a lot.
The reason, too, I was kind of segueing into this is, to me, Mother's Day is right around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, my mom would nothing better than some lavender, products. And you guys have a great lineup of things. I'm on your website now with the lavender neck and eye pillows and
Yep.
so many awesome stuff. So take us through how maybe we can treat our mom with some Tenderloin Farms lavender this coming Mother's Day.
So this is my aunt's idea. She got her to move back up here from Table Rock.
Oh,
so
cool.
she's a good thing she doesn't hear this. She's 80. If I'm that way when I'm 80, watch out, world. I'm still dangerous. So we're going to, the weekend before Mother's Day, Saturday and Sunday, we're going to open up our shop. If people want to go look at the lavender and see what stage it is, they can, but we're going to open up the shop and all our products will be available.
Wow.
From right now 9 to 3, but watch our posting. We're going to start posting it this week. We're also starting on Lavender.com to do a weekly product showcase, which I was working on, sitting out there. And we're going to post every Monday a little bit about our products. But everything in that shop, we pretty much make ourselves.
Wow.
We've stuck with about 25, 30 core products. Like I said, lavender neck and eye pillows.
I'm looking at the gift bag, too.
We
That's
do
cool.
gift bags. We also distill our own lavender. So we'll make floral water.
Wow.
So in October and November, usually we do distillation, showcase, show you how we do it, show you how a big pot of lavender makes about that much oil. So all the oil, people ask us for our oil, we keep all the oil for our products.
Right.
But if there's the floral water, there's soaps out there. Our first product showcase that I'm going to pop in probably this afternoon is we travel around and collect depression glass, and we pour lavender soy candles in there. We let them cure for about 5 months. Like I said, the neck and the eye. We have our own lavender buds. People can buy for recipes. Usually when the shop's open, we also kind of make some things that you can munch on.
Yeah.
Every time we have lavender lemonade
Oh, cool.
that people can try.
Yeah.
Since we're in Edwardsville, we have several restaurants and a coffee shop or two that we call June Lavender Month in Illinois. Woo, right? But they're very, very gracious, and they usually they will have some lavender products. They're using our lavender buds for their drinks. Some will buy lavender bundles, and they're making some drinks, different recipes. So we appreciate some of those restaurants and in Edwardsville trying to help us out. And even the TFILavender.com is open all year round. We ship.
Oh, so we can still buy during the off season.
Yeah,
Really cool.
25 and over, shipping's free. And if you're in our area, we can put it at the farm or put it at the back door for a pickup over Valentine's. Very clever gentleman, you know who you are, made several online purchases, and they picked them up at the house, and we got some nice comments back from their other halves going, thank you for the lavender candle. It was such a surprise. My wife loved it, and but yeah, we're open all year round that we could do the products, and like I said, we can pick up and ship and deliver. But of course, at the farm, we have more items.
Yeah.
But we try to let people get. We have a gal that I think she's from U of I, and she's now doing some missionary work somewhere down in Mexico. And she picked up about 10 different products to take. She wanted to tell a little bit about Illinois, which I thought lavender, Illinois, that's a little unique. Go for it.
No soybeans.
No soybeans. Well, yeah, they're gone.
Oh.
But she wanted to have some as gifts for some of the families that were hosting her.
That is super
So there's
cool.
been a lot of different stories, a lot of different things happening. Intelligence or just did a genealogy on our family a couple weeks ago. So, like I said, since 1853, we've been farming. Chris and I are very proud. I can't remember how many gens we are. I think Chris and I are Gen 6, and we have 9 generations with us. So we're very proud. We've kept her, and we're very proud of the farm. And our kids, like I said, were drafted this weekend. So they didn't have to go to the gym. And they helped, and we had it, took down all the fence, and now it's a matter of we're trying to get rid of the weeds. And yes, if you're driving around right now and you're seeing purple in some of the fields, no, that's not lavender. That's a weed called henbit, Henbit. So you're starting to say, oh, that's lavender. No, henbit, purple. Yep, so we've got that too. So we're trying to pull weeds because
does that make it difficult to determine from far away, or is it pretty identifiable?
I think it's pretty difficult far away.
Really?
I made the turn out of SIU because we're out by Holiday Shores on 140, 159, and there is a field out there, and she is beautiful purple. And I'll guarantee you over the next couple of weeks, we will see photographers, and they will be, and it is pretty.
Right.
It's purple.
Right.
And, like in the fall, there's goldenrod everywhere.
Exactly.
And that's technically a weed, but she is quite pretty. And another unique thing about our farm I want to point out, we are also, in our area, we're in the monarch butterfly flight path.
Yes, and that's a massive migration.
So we have added a lot of milkweed to our farm and a lot of coneflowers.
Really?
So in September, there's been various times that we went out there, and they've been a stopover point. That 3 years ago, I went out to one of the patches. There must have been thousands of them just sitting there. And of course, you went in. I went in there because I was silly.
Right.
And they were all flying around, but it was just beautiful. And they only were there like 2 days. But we have a lot of milkweed, and we'll have the caterpillars, because milkweed people, know the yellow and black bug caterpillar is a larva. Don't kill them and squash them. So we have a lot of that too. So
That's honestly, I think that's going to turn into a second tourist stop because that's beautiful.
They're beautiful. They're hard to predict.
Right.
But I think we're trying to give back.
Yeah.
Trying to give back, and we love our farm. We like to treat her well. Like I said, the wildflowers are quite beautiful that we've all added, stuff like that. So.
Well, that's really cool. We're out of time today, but I learned a lot, and I'm going to stop up and see it.
Right.
And I'll be at TFILavender.com to pick up some great products. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'll see you guys back here tomorrow live at 9. So on that note, have a great day and try your best to stay out of jail.